So they have it run down yesterday. They held the city down yesterday. It was glamour. The basketballers having fun, music and style. And that's what went down yesterday. And I keep on asking myself, I alone, why is every sport failing in Nigeria? But it seems basketball is getting on their grooves. They went to the Olympics, they retained their status, and the FIBA ranking, they move up. But actually, some people started the domestic league at home to groom these stars that are playing in the NBAs today. And kudos you go to one man. His name is Fanel. Should I call him an Idoma or a TV guy? Fanel, welcome to Love FM. This is where we give you everything sport, and we are happy to have you this night.
Thank you for having me around, Akin.
Yes, the City League went down yesterday. Glamour, panage, style, fashion, everything was stated there. And I keep on wondering, how much does it take, or how long should you be in the wilderness in order to organize a befitting domestic basketball league? People are not putting their money where it ought to be. Why?
Well, I don't know, but for us organizing the City League, it's all about passion, dedication, and hard work. We put in a lot of work to make it take it where it is right now.
Okay, my next question is, we are in season 3, am I right?
Yes, you're right.
So let's compare season 1, season 2, and the third season now. Which one would you pick as the best?
Season 3, I'll pick it as the best.
Why?
Because from each season, we learn from our mistakes, and then we improve on previous seasons. So I'll look at it as the best. And if you look at our finals, we had a lot of people grace the occasion. Like the president of FIBA Africa Zone 3, he was there. A lot of people.
That's Colonel Sam Amedu.
Yeah, Colonel Sam Amedu, he was there with us.
So you got the signature of a FIBA president, Zone 3 president. That means the league has grown in leaps and bounds.
Yeah, it has. And as you can see, this season, like last season, we had over 240 players participate in our league. But this season, we had like 310. So it means we are growing. And then last season, we had 12 teams, quite all right. This season, we still had 12, but we divided into 2 conferences. To make it improve, and then to shorten it a bit. You know, last season we played for 6 months, but this season we tried to shorten it and we used 5 months.
It seems the City League has become a short route to success, a shortcut to success. Most of the players playing the City League actually transit from the City League to play in the National League. That is talking about the DSTV League.
Yeah, actually when we started the City League, that was our dream. Our vision was to improve on players so that they could play in higher leagues, like even the DSTV League, even in the NCAA, NBA, and other leagues around the world. We just want to keep people busy. And then there are many aspects of the league. There's the part where we're trying to promote national unity, because nothing unites a nation like sport. Another part of it is we're trying to groom talent. You know, we bring experienced players, and then we bring upcoming players, and then we mix them. So what we try to do, we blend experience and amateur. So we raise kids, and then at the same time, players that would have been playing in the league that have something doing, they come back to give back to the society.
Let me look at this. Sponsorship is very hard to come by. And over 3 years, we have been able to sustain the same pattern and making progression within the City League. So how do you want to take it next season? Do you still want to continue with that sponsorship? Because the sponsorship is just meager.
Yeah, well, regardless of whatever happens, we believe sponsors will come, and nothing will stop us from doing what we're doing. We'll just keep pushing on and firing on like that till people recognize and see us and then want to work with us. You know, generally in life, if you do the right thing, people will see you and they'll come to you. You don't have to go to them.
Okay, you've been on the show Love FM, especially Sport at 5, on several occasions, and you have dissected a lot of intelligence concerning basketball. Now, the big question is that in not distant future, how do we see those players playing in the City League, playing for the Dick Tigers of Nigeria?
Yeah, in the distant future, we'll have lots of players playing in the City League that are playing for the D Tigers. I just want to even say it's not like the City League is a rival league to the NBBL, to the DSTV league, but
or the ABL.
But what we see the City League, we see a situation where people who come from other countries come and play in the City League, because even as it is now, players from America, players from Mexico and other countries contact us that they want to come and play for teams. Now what we're trying to do, we're trying to open up a market where with time, once we get sponsors, people can come from all over the world to play in the City League.
Regular season, that DSTV League finished almost about 4 months or so, and the City League commenced immediately after the DSTV League. How do you compare the two?
Okay, well, you can't compare the two, but I say the City League, we played more games in the City League than the DSTV League, and that's one of the problems we have in Nigeria. You know, our league, we end up playing, we don't play up to 40 games
yeah,
in a season, and it's not good for basketball. And that's one of the things that affected our national teams. So like in the City League, what we try to do is we try to create games for players to play. You know, the more you play, the more experience you have.
Talking about the National League, talking about DSTV League, after 4 months, then the players, they are redundant for the rest of the season till next year, probably March or April, when the new league season will start. So the City League, what does it offer in case the DSTV is not that functional? Then we look at the City League as an option.
Well, actually, the City League doesn't offer anything for players participating in the DSTV.
Oh, so they can't participate?
Yeah, they can only come to give back. Like, if you look at this past season, if you look at the Hard Workers team, that's an FCT team. The Kano Pillars player was on that team as the coach. You know, he came back to give back. So that's the only thing they can do. They can come to support us, to give back, to help in technical issues. Wherever they're strong, wherever they have knowledge, and where they can give back, they just come back to give, but they can't participate. Because the City League is like a lower league. Because in Nigeria, you look at Division 1 and Division 2, they use 10 days to play those leagues. Now we created a City League to develop, for it to be like
development league.
A lower league, a development league.
Okay, let's look at an instructor and also a basketball administrator who knows how the game is being managed. And let's talk about Bermuda James. I've seen this guy a couple of times on official duty working for the national team, and we have issues here and there in terms of how the game could be played. Bermuda, welcome to the show. Good evening.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's look at the City League. Let's look at officiating. Let's look at the management of the whole program. What has been the right and the wrong?
Well, for me, all I can say is for the right, everything has gone right. But for the wrong, I don't think we actually have anything wrong, because we use this City League to actually train some new referees. We use it to bring up new referees, and so far we actually brought people from other states, some referees from other states to actually help in this, and they are the ones that actually are in the finals.
Okay, let's look at the youth participating. It's huge success for me, because I've witnessed all the 3 seasons of City League, and I keep on saying that at this period in time when youth are actively engaging themselves in other social vices, the City League has been able to drive them away from the city. I mean, to take them away from the street and put them in spots where they can show their talents.
That's very correct. So, and not just for the players, even for the officiating, we actually brought some people to teach them how to actually officiate, like table officiating and then do referring. So it's not just the players gaining. We are the officials. We are training people too. Okay. Part of the officiating.
Let's look at statistics. They said statistics are meant for old men who have been on the game. But the last time I checked, you are part of the statistics team. You are checking the data on the table.
Yeah.
And so also City League also offers for statistic education during the championship.
Yeah, we for the part of the statistics, we actually have some statisticians. We gave some people the job to actually look into how to pick rebounds, assists, and other parts. Just teach them how to actually do most of this table officiating. You know, it helps even in improving the league on its own.
All right, let's go to one man here. This man has seen it all. He has played at the national level, basketball player. His name is Adedamola Adegoke. And for me, I love this guy. You know, he never gave up. Why other players are saying, okay, since FCT Rocks were relegated to the lower division of the Nigerian National League, I'm no more interested in playing basketball. But this guy, he sticks around every time and watching other players play. And to get is a champion with civil defense. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes, civil. Okay, how do you feel being a champion?
Oh, it's not easy. This is the third season. I practically watched a lot of teams win. FCT Hard Rockers won the first season. The second season was won by Civil Defense without me in it. Then the third time, I had to leave the league for a while to take a break. And in that process, I got drafted to play Civil Defense City League. And here I am a champion.
Okay, let's look at the competitive nature of the league. How competitive is it?
Yeah, it's good. It's very good. I'm surprised. I'm seeing a lot of kids coming up, really coming up. And I'm a former league player. I play the league. So if we don't play the league for that season, we're allowed to play the City League. So I went back there to play, and I saw a lot of young boys that their confidence grew up. The game opened their eyes. They are able to play really strong competitive game, because if you just play the normal evening sets where there's nothing to lose, you don't gain subs. But when you play against matured players, you play against other players, experienced, young, strong, you get everything, and it helps you. At the end of the season, a lot of all these young boys, including myself, will say that yes, we had a good run for the season.
Okay, thank you very much for being a champion, and we hope that City League next season will involve fully Love FM, because we have our in-house guest, basketball analyst Fanel, who has been part of Love FM Sport. But then, my own is that the authorities should do the needful, especially when the Olympic is out and down and dusted. I think basketball should grow more than what we are expressing. The Olympics, we could only manage a victory, and we retain our spot of 2012. And nothing has changed for basketball. But kudos to the management of basketball in Nigeria. At least they got us back to back into the Olympics. All right, thank you very much. We go for a quick break. When we come back, the rest of the show continues here. Remember, this is Sunday Sports Special, Love FM 104.5, and the voice is Akikunle Bolaniwa.